A pleasant day to all, especially to our professor, Dr. Dennis Capoyan. My name is Lucelle Delphine, and my report is all about the changing vision and mission of research in higher education amidst globalization. So let us try to pinpoint some important key concepts on my report. Research, mission statement, and vision statement, globalization. So what is research? Research refers to a scholarly, empirical, creative, critical, and/or expressive activities that expand, clarify, reorganize, and/or create knowledge. Its values are recognized in terms of what it can deliver to policy, teaching, learning, cultural, social, and other developments. When these activities evolve into a body of learned behavior common to a given society, it becomes a culture. The culture of research grows gradually and becomes a natural integral part of an organization like a university. Far from being exciting and heroic, research is drab and lonely. However, without it, no progress can be envisioned, so it is mandatory for elegant survival. The new civilization of the 21st century is characterized by information revolution and globalization. To achieve this goal, research plays a very important role. Many people confuse mission and vision or use the term interchangeably. So let us clear up the confusion. An organization's end result to an organization's strives is termed as mission and vision. Both of these serve different purposes but are confused with each other. A mission statement describes what a company wants to do now or at present, whereas, on the other hand, a vision statement outlines what a company wants to be in the future. A core mission is the basic philosophy of what the organization is all about. The purpose of the core mission is it acts as guiding star, resource utilization, company climate and philosophy, attraction and motivation of staff. On the other hand, vision is a clear and compelling picture of the ideal future with a commentary on why it is desirable and it helps to fulfill the mission. There are a few key points in creating a vision. The vision allows the organization to adapt to changes in the environment, economic, political, technological, social, demographic, culture, etc. The vision should be compatible with the mission and should advance it. A good vision is simple, but the process to get to it is not. Taking the time to create a good vision is an investment in the future. Moving on, what is globalization? Globalization is about the interconnectedness of people and business across the world that eventually leads to global cultural, political, and economic integration. It is the ability to move and communicate easily with others all over the world in order to conduct business. Now, the word globalization is relatively new coined in the late 1970s. The airplane, the telephone, and internet are just three inventions which are attributable to the spread of globalization. Due to increased demand in high-tech industry around the world, business and industry have potential for huge profits working globally. So in today's world, globalization is an important concept for students in higher education to understand and appreciate because of the demand. In addition, the world faces global challenges that will take interdisciplinary groups to solve these challenges. The most important component of globalization in relation of the education is the need for producing higher quality manpower that can successfully face competition in the world markets. Globalization has a wide-ranging potential to influence higher education. People around the world are more connected with each other. There is need of understanding of interaction of human society and environment all the more. Education in global society has greater responsibility of shaping preferred futures of the students. Liberalization and privatization has changed the education scenario of today. It has greatly been said that the world has changed more fundamentally in the last 50 years than in the 500 years before that. And in so many words, Bill Gates has predicted that in the next 5 years, we'll see more paradigmatic changes than in the last 50. What alarms us and what should alarm the university community as well is something not spoken enough about. These changes will not be logical extrapolations of present trends. They will come from out of the blue. They will be as it were unanticipated changes. The future is not what it used to be. Changes will not just quantitative but qualitative, and universities must prepare societies to handle this. Globalization is widely bandied about international conferences, but no words is more loosely defined or more emotionally laden. The phenomenon it describes is indeed too pervasive and far-reaching to ignore, but the word globalization tends to reduce this complex reality to a specific set of consequences, often negative and often limited to economic. So, as it is the phenomenon of increasing multidimensional interdependence, this interdependence permeates all spheres, the political, economic, and social-cultural, and there is no turning back to less interdependent world. To respond to this changing interdependence world, what is needed is clearly a new vision of education, not just for the information dissemination or for skill development or for citizenship, but for empowering individuals and communities to thrive and contribute by guiding this onslaught toward the greater and more equitable interdependence among communities in political and socio-economic spheres. So, here are the following directions and areas that higher education research must explore to achieve. First, there is a greater need than ever to undertake university research collaboratively rather than individually. Next, the determination of university research agenda is becoming more policymaker driven and less researcher or institution driven. Third, university research must detach itself from single discipline focus to involve systematic and interdisciplinary perspectives. And lastly, most importantly, university research must focus on the effectiveness issues rather than efficiency issues. The policies on research in the Philippines higher education institution, as initiated by CHED through the National Higher Education Research Agenda, need to be bolstered by measures and strategies to eliminate the common idea that research is only an additional rather than an integral function of higher education institution. Universities and colleges that are serious in transforming themselves into research institutions have to look at the elements of research culture that contributes to research productivity as viewed by the faculty members themselves. The results of this study are surely not a universal cure to the state research productivity in Philippines higher education institution, but it is hoped that they point a direction to tough strengths, identify weaknesses, explore opportunities, and eliminate the threats to the development of the research culture. And that ends my report. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Once again, this is Lucelle Delphine, now signing off.